Hi there. Today we're going to discuss independent practice number 1 through 10, page 371. This is in chapter 5, lesson 3, properties of operations. So first thing we're going to do is name the property shown by each statement. So we have A plus, in parentheses, B plus 12 equals B plus 12 plus A. So what happened here is the order changed. So first we had A plus B plus 12, and then now we have B plus 12 plus A. So whenever something changes order in addition, this is the commutative property of addition. All right, so the next one, 5 plus x plus 0 equals 5 plus x. This is the identity property of of addition, because it's addition, and it basically says anything that you add 0 to will just equal that number or that value. Number 3, we have 16 plus, in parentheses, C plus 17 equals 16 plus C, in parentheses, plus 17. So here the only thing that changed was what numbers we put the parentheses around. So this is the associative property of addition because you're adding. All right, and here's our last one. D times E times 0 equals 0. That's the multiplicative property of multiplication, of 0. And this basically just states that anytime you multiply a number times 0, you get 0. Okay. Use a counterexample. State whether the conjecture is true or false. If false, provide a counterexample. The statement they're asking here is division of whole numbers is associative. Just remember, associative basically means that you can group the numbers in different ways. This is actually false, and I'm going to provide a counterexample for you. I'm going to start off with 24 divided by 2 divided by 2. Okay, and the question is this statement going to equal, if I change it to, oh, I'm sorry, let me, 24 divided by, let's do 4, divided by 2. They're going to ask you, is that equivalent to 24 divided by 4 divided by 2? So all I did there was I changed which numbers had the parentheses around them. So this one is 24 divided by 4, and this one is 4 divided by 2. So I'm going to go ahead and solve these, and you'll see that they won't equal each other. So we'll do parentheses first. 24 divided by 4 is 6, and then 6 divided by 2, that is going to equal 3 on the left side. On the right side, you would start off with the parentheses here. So 4 divided by 2 is 2, and this one is going to equal 12. So these don't equal each other, so that's why the counterexample, this is your counterexample right here, and the conjecture is false. Number 6, Darian ordered a soda for $2.75, a sandwich for $8.50, and a dessert for $3.85. Sales tax was $1.15. Use mental math to find the total amount. So you're supposed to add these numbers: 275 plus 850 plus $3.85 plus 115. And what they want you to do is they want you to use mental math to find this. Now, what I like to do is I like to use the associative property basically to tell me which ones I should add first or add together. For me, something that sticks out first is this $3.85 and this $1.15, because these will add up nicely to a nice round even number. So I'm going to put parentheses around it first. And so this is going to still equal 275 plus 850. And this is just going to equal $5, which is great. So then after you add that $5, the next thing that I think would be easy to add would be the 275 and the 850, because those are even quarters. And when you add that up, that's $11.25 plus 5, so that's going to equal 1625. So what I like to do, like I said, is I like to kind of chunk the numbers or associate the numbers that are easy to add together and make a nice round number. All right, so now we're going to get into simplifying the expression, and you have to justify each step. Meaning, if you're going to do something, you have to explain why you do it. So for this one, what I'm actually going to do is I'm actually going to take the parentheses and actually group them around the 15 plus the 12. So I'm going to do 15 plus 12 plus 8a. So I can do that by the associative property of addition. Um, and you can just basically group whatever numbers you want. So I'm going to get 27 plus 8a. And that's it. And again, remember, you can't add the variables and the numbers together. Okay, here's another one. I'm going to first, I want to combine or put together objects that are the same. So I want these ends to kind of get next to each other and the numbers separate. So I'm actually going to switch these two around. So I'm actually just going to do 9 times 5n times 2n. And I can do that by the commutative property of multiplication. And that just basically states I can reorder addition and multiplication. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to say, hey, let me multiply my 5n and my 2n first. And again, that's the associative property of multiplication. And then now I can simplify whatever I need to simplify. 5n times 2n, that equals 10n squared. And then since this is multiplication, I can use again my associative property of multiplication to grab my numbers together. And then so I got 90 n squared is my final answer. All right, only 2 more, guys. Okay, so here's our next one. Again, we want our letters together and our numbers kind of separate. So let's go ahead and switch the 7 and the x. So I want 3 times x times 7. And then now I can group my 3x and x. Actually, I'm sorry, guys, this was the commutative property of multiplication. So 3x times x, let's group those together. Again, that's my associative property of multiplication. So now 3x times x is 3x squared times 7. Now what I want to do is I want to actually reorder so that my numbers are going to line up together. So I'm going to have 3 times 7 times x squared. That's, again, my commutative property, my reordering. And then I'm going to actually do this. I'm going to group my numbers together so I know I have to multiply them first. So that's 21x squared. All right, here's my last one. Again, I want my numbers and my letters together. So I'm going to switch the order of this. So 2 times 4m times 5m. Okay, that's my commutative property of multiplication. Now I want to group my letters together. So 4m times 5m. That's my associative. And then now 2 times 4m times 5m. That's 20m squared. Now what I want to do is I want to group my numbers together so that I can multiply them. So associative property of multiplication, I'm going to say 2 times 20 times m squared. And then that's going to equal 40m squared. Okay. Hope that video is helpful. Thank you. Bye.